And it was hysterical because the bird was like, when you walked in, was like, hello. Cleo was a bird that we had that lived in a 6x8 chain link fence with inside the house we called the bird room, which was this animal, which is not this animal, but this is dirty and, well, metal. Hi, welcome to the Garden Guru. My name is John Callahan and welcome to the show. Today we're going to go out to a couple of customers' houses and also go to a nursery or two to find out where all the paint comes from that goes onto your job. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you on site. Hi, and we're now on site with the Garden Guru. Just wanted to show you a few things that we did today, and we're going to go over the project with the customer and see what how things have transpired since we were here. And just to note, this property is set up for a maintenance, so I'm actually walking through now and actually seeing what needs to be done the next time we come out. Alright, on this particular project, there was an existing landscape that we kind of like pieced in and worked around. So all of the color and like the crepe myrtle, the big crepe myrtle right here in the middle was there. The tropical, there was a crepe myrtle there, and we kind of like have mixed in a lot of like tropical with the native landscape. It was done years ago. So there's a weeping dwarf forest pansy, which is a red bud, which is really cool. So you see how it kind of mixes up with the existing. The boxwoods were there. The anemones we left. We just kind of did a game of subtraction on this property. The weeping Norway was there, and then you see the other stuff that we kind of added in. The pathways new to the left-hand side, this pathway. And it's only been there for like 2-3 weeks. So as you see, the patio is white and gray, and we have pets here, dogs, that run back and forth. And this particular area is where they would cut through to go out and play in the field down below. So the ground cover, and they originally were stepping stones here through the mulch. So the issue is that we had to get rid of the animals from walking back and forth and make it interesting enough to have a transition area, so it would eliminate them tracking the mulch and the dirt onto all of the surfaces here. So this has been pressure washed now since probably almost 2.5 months, and you can see how clean it is by changing it and putting a heavy ground cover in. This is Mondo grass. This isn't the Nana. This is a more upright variety of Mondo, so that it grows taller, which allows for more abuse from the dogs and from traffic, from foot traffic in this particular area. So they can run through here and do whatever they want to do. In another year or so, it'll be so tight that we won't have any real ground cover, and we won't have any mess on the patio at all. This was just a muddy mulched area before, where the dogs were tracking back and forth to all the light surfaces. So basically the bluestone and a little bit of arc repeated the arc that was here, which makes the whole area transition so much better, so that it looks like it's been here forever. So it doesn't like putting any harsh lines in. It just kind of feeds you right into the back of the property. And the blend for the perennials here too is kind of cool too, because they have the liriope that we actually moved from here over to underneath the tree on the other side, so that everything looks really mature. And now it's gotten probably, I don't know, a couple weeks worth of grow time, and it's by next year it'll be tight, and this will handle the dog traffic without having all the mud and debris carried onto the light patio. Hi, this is one of my happy places. This is one of the places I produce some of my work. So I come here, and it is a candy store. So they have dinosaurs here that I put on job sites that we tree spade and move out on a tractor trailer. And then we have a lot of accent pieces and things that are kind of unusual. And there's probably about 7 to 15 different nurseries very similar to this. Each have their own little niche in what we do to be able to produce what we do in the field. So I just want to show you around a little bit. So there's a lot of deer-proof. Most of what you're seeing through here is all deer-proof. Boxwoods, different varieties of boxwoods, plum yews. There's a golf tide, which is osmanthus, which is over here in the middle. But when I do a project, so I walk through these like if you go to a paint store, so I come here and I do the same thing. So it's like each one of these places is just like that. So it's a very organic process because I see the house in my head. And now I put them on pictures and video on my phones, and I'm able to line up the plant material with what we're doing, so it's a whole different ball game. So then, of course, you know, I again like to chase squirrels all over the place, which means that if I go here and I find really cool stuff, and I go up the street, there's another nursery, and I find really cool stuff, and I'm able to like combine the two cool things and omit something. So it's kind of like a mixture of stuff. And in order to produce a job and make it unique, you got to pull from a couple different nurseries to be able to get the mix. So this is part of the place. Plant is kind of unusual, more like Dr. Seuss kind of crap. This is very atypical. A lot of the nurseries don't look like this. A lot of them are, the weeds grow up. They don't have labor. This takes a tremendous amount of money to maintain like this. You know, it's a 7-day-a-week job. These are Dragon Lady hollies, which are a specialty item for that size and for that amount in one area. That's a very narrow growing holly that won't get like as big as like a Nellie Stevens or one of the other larger varieties. All right, well, this is a bit of a field trip as to what we do in the course of the day in order to find plant material for a project. You know, these were two nurseries that are both local that kind of produce both re-wholesale and wholesale in the industry that kind of gives you a range of stuff to be able to choose from, to be able to take to a client's home. So like this guy over here, you know, in my head, you know, and in my pictures on my phone, I kind of have ideas of where plant material goes, and as I go through all these different nurseries, I kind of figure out, you know, what's needed, and you know, it's always amazing because, like, again, the plant material kind of shows up for the correct project. So thank you for stopping in and taking a look at what we're doing. Like us and subscribe and check us out on social media. Thank you. Have a great day.